Markets are tanking right now as Trump's blanket tariff policies go into full effect.
And you say, please, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore.
At first, it seemed like there might be some hope of leniency with the tariffs from Trump in the spirit of negotiation. But at this point, Trump's stance versus the world remains hard. I firmly believe that we're in the bottoming zone right now. In my opinion, this is a great time to cost average before the next leg up. Let's talk top 10 crypto coins best positioned to weather Trump's tariffs. Smash the like button, support the channel. Before we get into specific altcoins, I am sure that Bitcoin and crypto will see all-time highs again. Let me tell you why it is so smart to be bullish on the future of crypto. Number one, Bitcoin's hash rate continues to climb higher, meaning companies continue to turn on their miners. There is an increasing demand to mine Bitcoin. Number two, sweeping regulations are about to be passed in the largest capital market in the world. Remember, crypto is the most bipartisan issue in Congress right now, and sensible regulation is about to be put in place. Coinbase's chief legal officer explains.
Well, what we're most happy about is that we're seeing crypto becoming a truly bipartisan issue in Washington and frankly, all over the country. In fact, I think crypto might be the most bipartisan issue in the country right now. And it's, I think, encouraging to see Congress and the White House aligned on the basic elements of legislation. The single biggest issue is the need to end the era of disjointed policy that was so prevalent, so dominant under the misguided leadership of Gary Gensler and the Biden administration that preceded it. What we need to see is a unified crypto framework here in the United States, not only for stablecoins, but also for market structure that brings the United States into alignment with other jurisdictions all over the world that have recognized that crypto is here to stay. You don't have to like it. You might not even care about it, but sensible rules make sense regardless of your position on crypto. And I think the president's support for that and the Congress's recognition of that is entirely in line with that future.
So first is the stablecoin bill. The stablecoin bill will be huge for crypto coins like Ethereum and Solana, but also huge for crypto in general, as finally every app and every financial platform and institution can integrate crypto wallets into everything, starting with stablecoins, but that leads to many other crypto assets.
Well, we think it's not only reasonable but important that stablecoins issued here in the United States comply with U.S. law. And we're pleased to see the bills in both the Senate and the House recognize that. But it's equally important that stablecoins be interoperable and that we have full compatibility across global markets so that consumers and institutional investors have confidence that the stable coins they're acquiring and using in their day-to-day business functions and daily lives can work with one another no matter where they may be sourced. We're pleased that there's a recognition of that in each of these bills. And of course, the details of how all that work will have to be worked out, but we're confident that congressional leadership will be able to meet that challenge.
People make fun of me in the comments for seeming to be so bullish on stablecoins, but this is a big deal, and I just want to keep you updated on the sweeping pro-crypto legislation that we're seeing. To be honest, though, I'm most excited about the crypto market structure bill slated next after stablecoins to get passed before August is over. We're already seeing this start to happen as the US is becoming much more open to staking and earning yield via crypto. Coinbase's chief legal officer says that this will continue, especially when the crypto market structure bill gets passed. Listen to this.
Let's change gears here and talk about staking. Kentucky dropped its lawsuit against Coinbase over staking services, and that makes it the third state in recent months to take this step. It follows Vermont and South Carolina. Tell me about the significance of this. I mean, the SEC filed to dismiss its own lawsuit against Coinbase, which included your staking program, and that was in February. What do these state dismissals mean in the grand scheme of things for your product roadmap and for, Coinbase's overall vision of creating a global on-chain economy?
Well, there's no question that the dominoes keep falling in terms of these individual enforcement actions brought by the SEC in the first instance and a number of the states against staking are being dismissed, and for good reason. They had no basis in law, and we're pleased to see that red states and blue states alike are joining the SEC in recognizing that reality and instead choosing to focus on legislation in certain cases and overall support in others to encourage access to staking products and services for their customers. I think it's all the more reason that we need to see a market structure bill fast follow the stablecoin legislation that is being discussed today in the House. Because with market structure legislation in place, with a clear allocation of responsibility across the federal government for securities transactions on the one hand and commodities transactions on the other, products like staking services can, I think, become much more available to consumers across the United States and provide greater security, greater durability to the networks that these tokens participate in.
And then finally, of course, Trump is fully on board with Cynthia Lummis's Bitcoin reserve bill, where the US will buy 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years and hold it for 20 years. One thing that's always confused me is how Cynthia Lummis says we're just going to revalue the gold and then the 1 million Bitcoin won't cost the US taxpayers anything. You've heard her say this, right?
You know, we got off the gold standard a long time ago. My question is how much you would spend tax dollars at a time where we're talking about trying to reduce costs. How much would you spend on Bitcoin as part of this reserve?
We wouldn't have to spend any new dollars. We have reserves at our 12 Federal Reserve banks, including gold certificates that could be converted to current fair market value. They're held at their 1970s value on the books, and then sell them into Bitcoin. That way, we wouldn't have to use any new dollars in order to establish this reserve. So no new money spent on this reserve.
Well, finally, Cynthia Lummis has expanded on this. Why does the US have gold marked on its balance sheet at $42 per ounce and not the current market value of like $3,000? This is how the US buys 1 million Bitcoin in a cost-neutral way.
Why do we have gold on our balance sheet that isn't valued at the current market price? Gold just hit a recent all-time high again. And is there something controversial about revaluing gold? Does that send a signal around the world? Tell us about that process.
Well, it's a great question, and the answer is I don't think it creates a signal around the world. Back in the 1970s, in 71 was when President Nixon took us off the gold standard. And then that process was complete in 1974. And so these gold certificates have been held on the U.S. balance sheet at their 1974 value, which is, I don't know, like $42 an ounce, ever since. Why they froze the value and didn't continue to market, I don't know. But that is the case. It's valued on the U.S. books at $42 an ounce. Here we are, I think it hit 3,000 recently. So if we keep our physical gold, the gold that's in Fort Knox, but take the gold certificates, bring them up to current fair market value, and then convert them to Bitcoin, we can achieve President Trump's goal of having this happen on a budget-neutral basis, meaning no new taxpayer dollars would be needed to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. And if you look at the fact that since inception, Bitcoin has grown somewhere between 55 and 60% per year, even if the models that people like Michael Saylor have put together are accurate, where over time that percentage of growth annually is diminished to 45, 35, 25% over the life of Bitcoin, it still allows us, at the end of 20 years, to take 1 million Bitcoin and reduce the debt by half. And if you went with something more aggressive, like RFK Jr. Presented at Bitcoin in Nashville, Bitcoin 2024, you could literally eliminate the debt. So these are, and the modeling for Bitcoin has proven to be very correct. And so I have great confidence that this is doable. And I'm delighted that the president sees it that way as well. Look forward to working with them, whatever approach they choose to take. The other thing that the Bitcoin Act does is protect individuals' ability to have an individual wallet, their own private Bitcoin wallet that the government can't get their mitts on. And that's really important to me, because this is freedom money.
So with all that being said, you can be confident that Bitcoin's price hits $1 million per coin over the next 4 to 5 years. At least according to Matt Hogan, Bitwise's CIO, he says he is confident that Bitcoin's price hits $1 million by 2029.
We elected a pro-crypto administration in the US. We've established a Bitcoin strategic reserve. I think you're going to see governments around the world buying Bitcoin. I think you're going to see institutions buying Bitcoin and corporations buying Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin becomes an asset that's held by governments, by corporations, by institutions, I see no reason why it won't meet parity with gold within the next 4 years. I sort of think we're in this new 4-year or multi-year cycle of government and institutional adoption. And I think the end point of that is parity with gold, and that's $1 million of Bitcoin. If we don't see these entities come into the market, then we won't get there, but I really think we will. And then it will be interesting to see where Bitcoin goes from there. But let's at least get to parity, and then we'll start working on the hard yards.
Make sure you subscribe for daily videos just like this. Altcoin Daily is the #1 US crypto YouTube channel. We're so close to hitting 1.6 million subscribers. Let's make it happen. Let's talk top 10 crypto coins most poised to weather the storm of Trump's tariffs. And all you need to do is look no further than the American institutions. What are they supporting? What is being integrated into the US system? Like PayPal adding Solana and Link, making our list today. Solana, Link, Ethereum, of course. Many reasons to be bullish on Solana at this point. But there's much more than Ethereum, Solana, or Chainlink. For instance, did you know VanEck registers the first Binance Coin BNB ETF in the US, BNB Coin. XRP and ADA added to Grayscale's large cap fund. This is good. Ondo, supported by BlackRock. Supra, made in America. This is the next SWI. Injective, Polkadot, Super. I like Super. I'm an investor. Let me know which coins you're looking at and wish us to cover in future videos. My friends, there's so much happening on a daily basis. We will weather this storm. The elites, Wall Street, the whales, they are buying this uncertainty. And I truly believe that based on everything we show you on a daily basis, crypto will go a whole lot higher. So guys, stay tuned. See you tomorrow.